So hey, I'm doing another review because I finished another book for uni. And this one is Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. It's another memoir. I really like this one. It was really interesting. So general gist of the story is girl grows up. Her family expect her to be a missionary, raise her to be a missionary. And at a young age she starts converting people in her local community, until she falls in love with one of her converts, who is a woman. So pretty much it's how her family and the church deals with this, and deals with her sexuality, and how she deals with it as well. Without spoiling too much of the story, she leaves her church and her family for the young woman she loves. And generally it's actually not a thick book. Like, if you have a look, it's not awfully thick, but it's actually a really good book. I really liked it. It was funny, and it wasn't slapstick funny. It was like the characters, just the way they were funny, especially her mother was a really amusing character. I found she was quite funny. And Mrs. White, who is also another member of the church and the community, it's mentioned in this book. Funny characters. Really, I loved it. It was the characters that were funny. It wasn't slapstick humor. It was just the characters and the way they were, and it was actually quite a good story. So it was funny where it wasn't sad, and where it was sad, it was well written. It's a beautiful, beautiful book, and I really do recommend it for anyone who would be interested in it. If I would definitely recommend it for anyone who likes humorous books, with a slight, I don't know, realistic tinge. Really, it's a really interesting book. The writing style reminded me a little bit of Douglas Adams. As well as, I don't know, just Jeanette Winterson. It's very Jeanette Winterson. I mean, she's written 2 other books, which are, The Passion and Sexing the Cherry. Apologize, I'm getting a bit of a cough. Yeah, it's very Jeanette Winterson, but it's a good book, and I really do recommend it. It's just funny and really interesting, and the stories and things that she went through when she was younger are quite amusing, and I really do recommend it to anyone who is considering reading a book. It's definitely worth picking up. It's really good. I not only recommend it for those people who may be dealing with their sexuality, people who may be dealing with just fitting into society, because she not only, has trouble fitting in within her church when she's at school, she also has trouble fitting in. I recommend it. It's a really good book. It's a beautiful book, and I really, really loved it. The book is split into 3 or 4 different, no, 4 or 5 maybe? I can't remember exactly how many chapters. Including the introduction, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. There you go. Including introduction, there's 9 sections to this book, and they're set out very much like the Bible. So the introduction is obviously called the introduction, but the next chapter is called Genesis, followed by Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth. So very much like the Bible. if you're not a huge fan of evangelicals or religion, you may appreciate this more than people who are strong evangelical believers, or really big on religion, because the way and the eccentricity of some of the characters can seem a little bit mocking. Not mocking, but not fully supportive, but a sort of light-hearted, this is reality and this is how eccentric people can be style approach, but at the same time you can tell it's slightly biased by her experiences. But apart from that, it is a really, really good book, and I loved it from page 1 all the way through to page 224. It was absolutely brilliant, and I recommend it to anyone at all who wants a good read. It is a great read. So go out there, find this, read it, love it. It's brilliant. And yeah, hopefully I'll have a couple more reviews for you, because I have a couple more books to finish. I finished one recently that I should be recording a review for soon and uploading. I have a few others I have to read and upload and stuff, so hopefully there will be more of me on your dash talking and being really tired. Yeah, I'm getting a little sick. My throat's feeling a little funny. I hope I don't get too sick. What else? Yeah, that's really it. So I recommend that you read Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit. And I recommend that even if it isn't just this book, even if it isn't this book, lose yourself in a book for a couple of days. Just take some time off for yourself, get yourself a cup of tea, sit down, and just lose yourself in a book, because it's such a good thing to do. It makes you feel great, and you achieve something, and you probably learn something, and you have something to talk about with your friends and other people, and you have a book to recommend people. Not to mention it makes you seem smart. But yeah, I highly recommend to read the book, or any book. Just take time out to read a book. It's something we should all strive to do every once in a while.